So this semester, I'm in class with a few defensive players on Ohio State's football team, and I'm gonna just tell you this: I don't know what's gonna be harder for them, the class that we're taking or the names they're gonna have to remember all these coaches. Because Ryan Day is not playing around; he's hiring a lot of guys. Now I've watched a lot of Oklahoma State. I'm talking when they had Mason Rudolph, James Washington. Who obviously everyone remembers Chuba Hubbard. I think Justice Hill. Obviously remember Des Bryant. They had Blaine Gabbert. Who else went there? Brandon Wheaton. They had a lot of great. They had some great offenses at Oklahoma State defensively. It was a question. Now I don't remember. I do not remember Michael Hunter at all from Oklahoma State. I remember some guys on that defense. I don't remember him. He ended up going to the NFL. He played corner. He played for 7 different teams. So he played for the Giants, the Jets, the Broncos, the Bills, the Texans, the Chiefs, Kansas City. So he made it to the league, and you have to, give him credit for that. Paid his dues. Obviously, been graduate assistant at Oklahoma State. He's now on the Ohio State coaching staff. He's now at Ohio State, and I think for Ohio State really, and Ryan Day, I'm just shocked, because he's not playing around. He is not messing around. And what you want to see from a team is basically consistency, especially from the coaching staff. That's what you want to see. And right now, Ohio State is in win now mode. So he's going to be added to the staff as a defensive support staff. Being in win now mode. And you see this with Alabama, their coaching staff. A lot of transition each and every year. But Nick Saban is still there. Ryan Day is a relatively young coach. Hasn't really been on Ohio State that long. He's making a lot of changes. And let's just be honest. They've made the playoffs, and with Justin Fields. That he came in, he had Justin Fields, made the playoffs. And I think he's forgetting that he had a tremendous defense. I don't know if he wants. He hasn't really explained. He's such an offensive guru. He hasn't really explained what he wants from his defense, I feel like. Because when you come in, Urban Meyer leaves, the defense was bad, but they were bad, And then a year later, they flipped the script. They were good. Jordan Fuller stepped up. I think you had Arnett and Okuda. You had Malik Harrison, linebacker. You had Chase Young. So you had, guys that are starting in the NFL. Chase Young, before he got hurt, was starting. Fuller starting right now for the Rams. Okuda, before he got hurt, he was a top, 5 pick. When you had that much talent, Malik Harrison was a third-round pick. And they had some other guys go in the draft on the defensive line. They ended up going, and then you go into 2020. We know what happened that year, which was obviously hard to develop a team identity defensively. And then you come in to 2021, and I just don't think he gave it enough time. I mean, he made changes like in midway through the season. This guy, it just seems like if he doesn't have control, he's going to let you loose, which is, as a fan, you like it. As a fan, you like it that he's applying pressure, but it seems that he's not messing around, which is, you don't see that from a young coach. You see Dabo Swinney, the coach that just left, Brent Venables, that's his name, Brent Venables. You had that defense there. But a stability with Brent Venables and Dabo Swinney. Nick Saban's still there. You see stability. I don't really know. Because offensively, Ryan Day is terrific. Brian Hartline is terrific. But defensively, there's not any stability when you're just making rapid changes. I'm talking midway through the season. You're getting Combs out of there, switching it. You're doing cold play calling. You want to switch I know Proctor went down. You want to switch your defense. I don't. He's not. You have to be consistent. How is he recruiting defensively when if I'm a defensive recruit and I love Ohio State, you keep turning these coaches in and out. I don't know who's running defense. Al Washington, he's gone. He's getting everybody up out of there, and I just think it has to be patient. Obviously, Ohio State's a win now mode. They want to win a championship. That's the expectation. But I mean, at some point, you have to give out guys at least 2 years. And I haven't seen that. This is really mind blowing to see a team that win double digit games, wins the playoffs the last few years, and their head coach is, dare I say, he's in the running for might be up there with Urban Meyer. I mean, Urban Meyer Urban Meyer won games and it's well documented how he liked to coach. This is like Urban Meyer times 10 because I've never seen just a coach just get rid of. Why would you? I've never seen a coach just make so many changes, so many, and the defense was bad. I understand it, but I mean you gotta understand you played a fairly amount of young guys. Man, if I'm Ohio State defensive coach, oh my gosh, of course you take the job to Ohio State premier team, but man, you were basically you probably got 5 games, and 5 games in, if it's not working, he's probably gonna make some changes. So they're on notice, which you like that, but I mean, at least even in the NFL, I'm not 5 games in. You're firing coaches 5 games in. You switching up your defense. I don't know. Defensively, I hope the defense is improved because these are a lot of changes, and the one person this is going to fall back on is Ryan Day if this does not work out. I hope it does, all these changes, but I mean, at some point, you have to give guys at least 2 years. And I know fans, they're not going to want the 2 years. Even as a fan, obviously, I want us to win. I don't want us to lose a game. As a student, I don't. It's very tough when Ohio State loses games. Okay, it's very sad. The week is very sad. It's very sad, but you know, from just a recruiting perspective, if I'm a corner, if I'm a like, come on, you gotta show me some stability and just all these changes is a lot. But Ryan Day, he's trying to build a championship team, and hopefully we can get there. And he's trying everything he can, but he's playing this game like this is Madden or 2K, where after a few bad games, everybody got to go. You trying to trade people. I think it'll work out. Very, very shocked. I've never seen anything like this. A team that won 11 games, head coach is just going on a spree of firings and hirings, and man, it's tough. But Michael Hunter, he's going to be on the defensive support staff. Played in the NFL, played at Oklahoma State, played cornerback. He went undrafted, but he played for several teams in the NFL. He actually says he's paying his dues. Maybe he'll work his way up to a bigger role in the coaching staff. Hey, he might work his way up on the road to the coaching staff. Let us get to game 3, 4, and 5, and Ohio State is not looking that good. We don't really know. They changed the schedule up. They won't even be road tested right away. So, but they better not look bad against Arkansas State. Because if they look bad against Arkansas State, man, I do not want to be in that defensive coaches meeting room Ryan Day. It's going to be abrupt. It's not going to be fun. So they better look good against Arkansas State, man. You got to love Ryan Day, but he is Urban Meyer. He has times 10 because I don't remember Urban ever doing anything like this at all. But the defense should be improved. Definitely should be improved, and can't wait to see it. Especially mark your calendars, an Arkansas State game. Arkansas State, mark your calendars because it might be not. It's either going to be good or bad for the defensive coaches. We shall see.